If you're gonna act jealous, just stay home, she said, then spent the night all over her ex. I went home alone. A week later, she showed up sobbing, saying it didn't mean anything. I said, "Neither do you to me now," and shut the door. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. Throwaway account because some mutual friends might recognize this mess. This all went down about a year ago, but I've been lurking on here and finally decided to share. It's cathartic, I guess. I, 28M, had been with Emily, 27F, for almost 2 years. We met through a mutual friend at a casual get-together. Nothing fancy, just beers and laughs. From the start, I was all in. She was vibrant, funny, the kind of person who could light up a room. But looking back, there were signs. She had this habit of flirting harmlessly when we were out, always brushing it off as her personality. I'd mention it once or twice, not in a controlling way, just saying it made me uncomfortable. She'd roll her eyes and say I was being insecure. Lighten up, Alex. It's not like I'm doing anything wrong. I worked as a project manager at a mid-sized tech firm. Steady job, good pay, but it meant long hours sometimes. Emily was between gigs. She'd lost her marketing role during a company restructure and was figuring things out. I didn't mind. I covered most of the rent on our apartment, handled the bills, even helped her network for new opportunities. There were nights I'd come home exhausted, and she'd be out with friends, but I'd tell myself it was fine. Relationships are about support, right? Flashback to one of those sacrifices. A few months in, her mom had a health scare. Nothing life-threatening, but it required surgery. Emily was a wreck, so I took time off work to drive her 3 hours to the hospital, stayed the whole weekend, even cooked meals for her family. She called me her rock back then. "I don't know what I'd do without you," she'd say, curling up next to me. It felt good, being that guy, the loyal one. But as time went on, things shifted. She'd spend more time on her phone, giggling at messages. I'd ask who it was, and it'd be just a friend. One name kept popping up, Jake, her ex from college. They'd reconnected on social media, she said. No big deal, old flames catching up. I trusted her, why wouldn't I? I wasn't the jealous type. Or at least, I didn't think I was. The night everything blew up was at a friend's birthday party at a local bar. It was one of those crowded spots with dim lights, loud music, and everyone half shouting to be heard. Emily had been excited about it all week. "It's gonna be fun, Alex. We need to get out more." I agreed. Work had been hectic, and I figured a night out would be good for us. We arrived together, hand in hand. For the first hour, it was fine. Drinks, chatting with friends, the usual. Then I spotted Jake across the room. Tall guy, flashy clothes, the type who commands attention. Emily's eyes lit up when she saw him. "Oh, Jake's here? Small world." She waved him over, and suddenly it was like I wasn't there. They started talking, close, laughing, her hand on his arm. I stood nearby, nursing my drink, trying not to overthink it. But as the night wore on, it got worse. She'd lean in, whisper something, and he'd grin. At one point, she danced with him, bodies pressed together in a way that wasn't just friends. I felt my stomach twist. Not rage, just this quiet hurt. Why was she doing this right in front of me? I pulled her aside during a lull in the music. We stepped out to the patio, where it was quieter. "Emily, what's going on? You're all over Jake. It doesn't feel right." She crossed her arms, her face twisting into that smug expression she got when she felt cornered. "Oh my God, Alex. If you're gonna act jealous, just stay home. It's a party. I'm having fun." Jake gets it. He's not all uptight like you. I blinked, taken aback. Uptight? I'm just saying it looks like more than catching up. We're together, remember? She laughed, a sharp, dismissive sound that cut through the night air. Together? Please. You're always working, always so serious. Jake makes me laugh. He reminds me of when life was exciting. If you can't handle me talking to an old friend, maybe you should go home alone. Her words hung there, heavy. I searched her face for any sign of regret, but there was none, just that entitled glare, like I was the problem. "Emily, this isn't talking. You're practically on his lap. Exaggerate much? Grow up. If you're this insecure, maybe we need a break." She turned on her heel and stormed back inside, straight to Jake. I watched through the window as she draped her arm around him, whispering in his ear. They didn't even glance my way. I stood there for what felt like forever, the cool air doing nothing to calm the confusion swirling in my head. Part of me wanted to march in, confront them both. But what would that accomplish? Yelling? A scene? No, that wasn't me. I took a deep breath, pulled out my phone, and ordered a ride home. As I waited, I texted her, heading out. Enjoy your night. No response. The ride back was silent torture. I replayed the evening in my mind. The flirting, her words, the way she dismissed me like I was nothing. Why? I'd given her everything. Time, support, love. And for what? To be treated like a backup plan at a party? I got home, poured a glass of water, and sat on the couch in the dark. Hours passed. She didn't come back that night. The next morning, my phone buzzed with a text from a mutual friend. Dude, you okay? Emily left with Jake last night. Yeah, I was okay. Or at least, I would be. I didn't sleep much that night. The apartment felt too quiet, too empty. Around 10 a.m., the door finally creaked open. Emily stumbled in, hair messy, makeup smudged, like she'd just rolled out of someone else's bed. She saw me on the couch, coffee in hand, and froze. Hey, she said, her voice casual, like nothing happened. She kicked off her shoes and headed to the kitchen. Wild night, huh? Sorry I didn't text back. Phone died. I set my mug down, keeping my tone even. Where were you? She poured herself a glass of water, avoiding my eyes. Oh, after you left, things got crazy. Jake offered to crash at his place since it was late. Nothing happened, though. We just talked. Talked. I repeated flatly. All night. She turned, leaning against the counter with that same smug look from the party. Yeah, talked. What's with the interrogation? You're acting like I cheated or something. You spent the night with your ex, Emily. After flirting with him in front of everyone. What am I supposed to think? She rolled her eyes, sipping her water. God, here we go? You're so paranoid. Jake and I have history. That doesn't mean anything now. We were just reminiscing. If you trusted me, this wouldn't be a big deal. History? You mean the guy you dated for years in college? The one who dumped you because he wasn't ready? And now he's back, and you're all over him at a party while I'm standing right there. She laughed again, that cold, mocking laugh. All over him. Please. We danced a couple times. You're making it sound like we hooked up in the bathroom. And honestly, if I did, maybe it's because you've been so distant lately. Work, work, work. When's the last time you made me feel wanted? I felt the twist in my gut, but I kept my voice steady. No yelling. No begging. Distant? I pay for this place. I supported you through your job hunt. Last week, I canceled a meeting to help you with your resume. And this is how you repay that, by gaslighting me. Gaslighting? Oh, that's rich. You're the one who's jealous of nothing. Jake gets me. He doesn't smother me with expectations. If you're going to be this clingy, maybe we should take a break. I need space to figure out what I want. What you want, I echoed. And that includes spending nights with your ex? She shrugged, her tone turning dismissive. It didn't mean anything, Alex. It was just a fun night. You're blowing this out of proportion because you're insecure. If you can't handle me having friends, male friends, then yeah, maybe this isn't working. There it was, the twisted logic. Everything was my fault. My jealousy, my insecurity, my clinginess. Never her actions. I stared at her for a long moment, the pieces clicking into place. This wasn't a one-off. This was who she was, manipulative, entitled, always shifting blame. Okay, I said simply. She blinked. Okay, that's it. Yeah, if that's how you feel, then go. Take your space. Her smugness faltered for a second, like she expected me to fight. Wait, you're serious? Just like that. I stood up, grabbing my keys. I'm not begging you to stay, Emily. If Jake's so great, be with him. I'm done. She crossed her arms, her voice rising. Fine. Maybe I will. You'll regret this. You think you can do better? Good luck. You're boring, Alex. Safe. Predictable. Jake's exciting. He makes me feel alive. I nodded, not rising to the bait. Understood. I walked to the bedroom and started packing a bag. Essentials, clothes for a few days. She followed, ranting. You're really leaving? Over one night. Pathetic. I thought you loved me. I zipped the bag, slinging it over my shoulder. I did. But love isn't enough when there's no respect. She scoffed. Respect? Says the guy who's walking out without even trying to fix this. There's nothing to fix, I said calmly. You made your choice last night. As I headed for the door, She grabbed my arm. Wait, Alex, come on. Let's talk about this. I gently pulled away. We just did. And with that, I left. No slamming doors, no last words. Just quiet detachment. I crashed at a buddy's place that night, ignoring her initial texts. Where are you? This is stupid. By evening, they stopped. I figured that was it. But the silence gave me time to breathe, to process. I sat on his couch, staring at the wall, replaying our relationship. The good times, trips to the beach, lazy Sundays, mixed with the red flags I'd ignored. Her constant comparisons to exes, her way of making me feel like I was never enough. It hurt, yeah, deeply. But in that hurt, something shifted. I wasn't confused anymore. I was clear. I deserved better. Little did I know, her exciting choice was about to unravel spectacularly. A week passed in a blur. I focused on logistics, finding a new place, sorting finances, blocking her on social media. No dramatic posts or venting to friends. I kept it private. My buddy let me crash longer, and I used the time to hit the gym, something I'd neglected during our relationship. It cleared my head, built some routine. Internally, I was still processing the unfairness of it all. Why pour your heart into someone who treats you like an option? But I didn't dwell. I moved forward. Then, the whispers started. Mutual friends texted cautiously. Hey man, heard about Emily? At first, I ignored them. But curiosity got me, and I met up with one. Let's call him Mike, for coffee. He spilled it all. Dude, it's bad, Mike said, shaking his head. After you left, she went full in with Jake. Moved some stuff to his place that same week, bragging about how free she felt. But Jake? He's the same player from college. Used her for a fling, then ghosted. Turns out he had a girlfriend the whole time, some model type. Emily found out when the girl confronted her at a bar. Screaming match, the works. I sipped my coffee, keeping my expression neutral. Sounds rough. Mike leaned in. It gets worse. She quit her part-time gig thinking Jake would take care of her. Now she's scrambling for work, crashing on friends' couches. Our group chat blew up, people calling her out for how she treated you. Hypocrite, they said. She's lost a bunch of friends over it. I nodded, feeling a quiet satisfaction. Not glee, just justice. She'd discarded me like yesterday's news, and now the universe was handing her the bill. I didn't reach out, didn't gloat. I just kept building my life. More details trickled in over the next days. Emily posted vague stories online, cryptic stuff like betrayal hurts with sad emojis. Ironic, right? Friends forwarded screenshots since I was blocked. One showed her ranting in a group. Jake was a mistake, but Alex overreacted. The responses? Crickets or outright shade. You mean like how you cheated? Her social circle shrank. People who defended her fun night now distanced themselves. Meanwhile, I landed a promotion at work, something I'd put on hold to support her. Longer hours, but better pay. I signed a lease on a small studio downtown, furnished it simply. For the first time in years, I felt unburdened. No walking on eggshells, no constant comparisons. I even started dating casually, not rushing, just enjoying my freedom. But Emily? Her downfall accelerated. Mike updated me. She'd tried confronting Jake, but he blocked her everywhere. Broke and isolated, she spiraled, late-night posts about learning from mistakes, but no one bought it. It was almost sad how quickly her exciting life crumbled. Almost. It started small, about 10 days after I left. My phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. Hers, I realized. She'd probably used a friend's phone since I'd blocked her main one. Hey Alex, it's Em. Can we talk? I miss you. I stared at it, then deleted. No response. But she persisted. Another. Please? It was a stupid mistake. Jake meant nothing. Still nothing from me. Then the calls began. Voicemails at first, her voice soft, pleading. Alex, pick up. I know I messed up. Let's meet and fix this. I was confused, but I see now, you're the one I want. I listened once, then deleted. Her tone shifted over the days, from sweet to insistent. Why are you ignoring me? This is childish. We had something real. By week 2, she roped in others. First, her best friend Sarah texted, Hey, Emily's really sorry. She knows she screwed up. Give her a chance. She's changed. I replied curtly, not interested. Sarah fired back. Wow, cold. You're just punishing her now. Be a man and talk it out. Toxic, right? like I owed her redemption. Then Emily's brother called. We'd met a few times, never close. Listen, man, my sister's a wreck. That Jake guy's an ass, but you bailing didn't help. Family's worried. Come over, hash it out. I kept it brief. Not my problem anymore. He huffed. Selfish much? She supported you too, you know. Supported me? With what? My own money. I hung up. Emily's attempts escalated. Late night calls, her sobbing on voicemail. Alex, please. Jake hurt me bad. He lied about everything. I need you. You're stable, kind. I took that for granted. Hypocrisy at its finest. She'd called me boring for those traits. Now she craved them. I didn't bite. Then came the anger. A text storm one evening. How dare you ghost me? After everything? You're pathetic, hiding like a coward. Answer me. I blocked the new number. But she showed up at my work. Waited in the lobby, eyes red. Security buzzed me. I came down, composed. Alex, she said, voice trembling. We need to talk. Privately. I crossed my arms. Here works. What? She glanced around, desperate. I messed up. Big time. Jake was abusive, controlling, mean. He dumped me like trash. I see now what I had with you. Please, let's try again. Abusive? I asked flatly. Yeah. He yelled, ghosted me. It's been hell. Friends ditched me too, said I deserved it. But you're different. Forgive me. Her words echoed her own cruelty, the dismissals, the justifications. But I stayed calm. Sounds like karma. She teared up. Don't be cruel. I love you. You love the safety net, I said evenly. Not me. She turned angry, face flushing. Fine, be that way. You'll regret this. I was the best thing in your life. No one else will put up with your crap. I nodded. Goodbye, Emily. Walked away as she ranted behind me. Her family piled on next. Mom emailed. Long, guilt-trippy. Emily's heartbroken. As a man, you should protect her. Come to dinner. We'll sort it. Protect her? From her own choices? I didn't respond. Brother texted threats. Ignore us? We'll see about that. Empty noise. Through it all, her desperation grew. Mix of pleas and fury, revealing the manipulation I'd missed. Friends warned me she was bad-mouthing me online, but I didn't check. I was done. A month after the breakup, I was settling into my new routine. Promotion kicking in, gym paying off, even a casual date or two. Life felt lighter, purposeful. Then, at a mutual friend's birthday party, small gathering at a rooftop bar, I saw her. Emily spotted me first, weaving through the crowd. She looked rough, tired eyes, forced smile. I was chatting with Mike and a new acquaintance, Lisa, who joined through work friends. Nothing serious, but the easy laughter felt good. Alex, Emily said, pulling me aside. Her voice cracked. Didn't expect you here. I nodded politely. It's a party. She fidgeted. Can we talk? Outside. I excused myself, stepped to the edge of the roof. City lights below, but the air was tense. Alex, I've been a mess, she started, tears welling. Jake destroyed me, used me, then vanished. I'm alone, broke, applying for jobs everywhere. Friends ghosted after hearing the truth. It didn't mean anything with him. A mistake. Please, take me back. I looked at her steadily, echoing her old logic. If you're gonna beg like this, just stay away. It doesn't mean anything to me now. She blinked, stung. What? That's cruel. I thought you'd understand. Understand? Like how you understood my feelings at the party. You called me jealous, insecure. Said Jake was exciting. Now he's gone, and suddenly I'm the prize. Her face twisted, desperation to anger. I was wrong, okay? Admit it. You miss me too. I shook my head, indifferent. No. I've built something better. New place, better job, real peace. You're a closed door. She grabbed my arm. Please. We can fix this. I pulled away gently. Neither do you to me now. I turned, walking back inside. She followed, voice rising. You're heartless. After I came here sobbing, you'll end up alone. Heads turned, but I ignored her, rejoining Mike and Lisa. Emily stormed out, humiliated in front of everyone. The reversal complete. Friends later said she unfriended half the group that night. That was it. No more texts, no pleas. I heard through the grapevine she moved back with her parents, still struggling. Me? I thrived, promoted again, traveled solo, even started seeing Lisa seriously. She's kind, respectful, The upgrade I didn't know I needed. Looking back, her betrayal taught me my worth. I'm free, evolved. She's irrelevant. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.